Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is Game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Robert. He's a Japanese player and for me it is Allied side. It is now February 7th, 42 turn. So, twice we had a night battle with Japanese cruisers at Balikpapan. Twice my British-Dutch fleet was not able to achieve a victory. At the end, no side lost any ship. What was a tactical victory for sure for the Japanese. That is a cargo ship was hit by a 250 kilogram bomb. But I have ASA task force, small but still here I try to inflict here damage against the ground force, but normally primarily to against the enemy air fleet, but somehow there is no aircraft here. Okay. Next, now light cruisers. Maybe here. Nope. But at least I can trash the base, so the Japanese have no forward base to use directly, immediately. Maybe some days before they can fix the damage. Also good hits here on the AP, but these are only 3-inch guns, so don't expect too much. Okay. And this is a burning ship, gets intercepted by the destroyer group. Okay, no success once again. I'm not sure if Robert expect me to really send here some fighters into Venture. I would never get them out more. But he's playing it very safe. And a very strong strike against Palmbang, so maybe he will attack today. Ah, 9,000. Too high up for most of my flak guns. This Chinese unit also tried to escape, but of course, no chance. Now it's my American air-wing. So far I never run into long range cap. So maybe Robert don't even try to cap his units. Then this purpose, or the main goal of this mission is maybe impossible to achieve. And because there was carriers, I was trying to send in my destroyers to get a lucky hit on a carrier, by chance. No special action, no air battle, only a no explosion Mark 14. My block east of Changsha still holds, Wenzhou still under siege. And I lose here more and more every day. Southern block of Xi'an also holding. So far okay. Kokong, same situation. I still hold the city. Clarkfield, also old siege. Now we are first in the second week of February, so I would say the Japanese are on track. And Palmbang, you can see the amount of equipment is outclassing my Dutch forces already. Maybe next turn. I try to attack more or less to get rid of some of my units, but not defeated today. Japan lost 10 aircraft, yeah, it's true. A lot of strike aircraft, but also Oscars. It's I-10, okay, 2 fighters, recon aircraft, but mostly nades. Nades are very nimble and weak built. So one of my Catalinas getting destroyed by Cap, and the Catalina 1 maybe ops losses maybe from Australia or from the British. I lost this one supply runners once again, was not able to reach Mindanao. Pearl Harbor repair site. The battleships will take still long time. I have here now, because we're in February, I get the first ships with radar. So it will take 2 weeks. Well, let's say 1st of March, I have the first cruisers and destroyers ready for real nighttime engagement. Well, and air fleet is of course training non-stop. Navy pilots, Marine pilots, and Army pilots. Pago, so supply and fuel 40,000 each, that is fine. Supply is also at least always a plus 20,000. No Maya, it's getting more, but it will take time. And once I have here enough, I will go my way before a fete. And then we take Luganville, and that will be, I think, what I take first. And then I have to build up Luganville, because here's a big airfield possible. And then I will start to go for Tulagi. But I will not rush Tulagi. That is simply, I would say, I could do it, I could try. But no. I play it a little more on the realistic side. Robert is also not playing here super rush crazy and risking everything, and at the same time risking to trash the game. It was a task force, but no torpedo attack. I feel a lot of submarines, but no chance. Mines still here. This could be, I don't know, could be anything. So there are no aircraft on the ground, okay. So I was only able to destroy or inflict even more damage to the base. So airfield is still damaged, port is damaged. So the bombardment went in, but I was not able to really do good damage. That was all what I had ready now immediately. Now there's only, I have now all my cruisers back, but these ships will take some time to repair the system damage. At least I have still enough supplies, 100,000 K in Surabaya and 50,000 in Batavia. That is fine. High concentration on enemy ships here, of course, at Palmbang, but impossible for me to really do anything. I can only try to get in maybe in laser mines, or here it's entry hex to Palmbang, same what Robert did some weeks ago. Here is the carrier division. This is a old cargo, yeah. And I'm sure there's a strong airfield lead in Singapore, so I don't risk here any cruisers. I catch up with the Japanese. Maybe they will slip away next turn. We will see. I try to also rush in some reinforcements to hold Kokong as long as possible. The build up here east of Changsha is getting seriously, I would say. 4 in Aichang. Here's a lot of fighter force. So I was thinking that I maybe try to retake Aichang. Maybe, if I can sneak in. The issue with Aichang is, like with every hex what is not connected to a rail, if the aircraft are damaged, they cannot move out, and then I take the base, all the aircraft are destroyed on the ground. But to achieve this goal, I need first damage the aircraft on the ground, and then I must retake the base. So I don't know if I can really do this. Here, I already turned around. My units are too trashed, and he can bring in too much reinforcements. Here are 5 units. Here was something. Here I see 6 units. So I was simply giving up on the opportunity. If he was not detecting my approach on the city, if I could make a surprise, then yeah, I would go for it. But in this case, no. Nothing here in Burma, and also nothing here really in India. Air capacity in Calcutta is now at 317 aircraft. That is good. So you can see I have airfield 8 already, so means double my AV. And I have plenty of AV, so I can keep here a strong airfield. Now I will shift to build up the Lido and my best port here, or southern port, on the retake on Burma, because I will lose Burma very soon, that is clear. So I must only I have a cruiser here in Batavia. Glasgow is still here. I try to fix in Glasgow the system damage, and then I send them over to Colombo, Ceylon. So far, I see no approach to take my 3 Dutch bases north of Darwin. So no rush on Darwin. Yeah. I have here still some cargo ships trying to reach Mindanao, but normally there are no torpedo bombers from Palau Islands or from Tarakan or somewhere else, and then they're always getting destroyed, or destroyers running here around. This should be maybe this has the 3 destroyers I encountered before. Could be. And here's a big AP, but also no luck. Mark 14s are always, not always, but often missing or failing. And more troops going for venture. Nice. I had no real chance to set up any submarine campaign here north of Japan. I'm not so sure if I will do this without radar, because most of my submarines will get in April the upgrades that have surface radar, so I can detect have a better chance to interdict surface ships. Good, see you next time, take care, bye bye.